Hi, welcome to the F1 Time Portal. Today, we're sharing our POV on the 2026 Chinese Grand Prix. I'm your host, Luigi.
And I'm your other host, Rosa. So let's go. And today we have Andrew back. Hello.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me back again. 2 weeks in a row.
I know. You're a by popular demand host.
That's what you said last time, so...
Yeah. Are you believing me yet?
He's a bit of a peacekeeper too.
Like, even the friends that I send it to don't even listen, so I'm not sure. A peacekeeper. All right.
Yeah.
I'm Switzerland, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what you are? No, you know what you are, Andrew? You're a very powerful ally.
Very powerful.
As in, if you're on my side, like, I really feel that support. But I also, on the other way, if you're on Rose's side, I really feel that resistance.
I've actually never felt him on my side. I've never felt him on my side, so I don't know what powerful ally feels like at all. So, maybe this might be the last time you're on, Andrew.
Okay. All right. See how we go.
See how we go. Okay.
So we're going to go through this whole race weekend, aren't we? All the bits in sequential order. So we're not going to talk about the end of the race right now, right? We're going to talk about at the end.
There was a lot it was a very busy weekend, I felt.
Was a lot going on.
Yeah, I was enjoying it. Well, should we start with any comments you guys had about sprint qualifying? Any standouts or things that got your attention?
You go, Andrew.
It was a long time ago, Louis.
I know. That's why I've got a notepad. You guys don't write notes. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I felt like McLaren seemed to be a little bit more competitive than they were in Australia. Not sure if you guys felt the same thing.
Oh, definitely. You thought they were like within half a second or half a second off. It was like a precursor of what was to be or not be.
Yeah, we can't get into that yet.
Yeah. I was surprised to see how much Max was struggling with this car. Like, I know it's just sprint qualifying, but it's a precursor to the real qualifying as well. And he was having a tough time. Hadjar was with him pretty much. And it's something that I've said before, and I know you might see me as a Max basher, but he's just like any other driver. When the car doesn't suit them, they become pretty average pretty quickly, a bit like Hamilton, a bit like that. And Ricciardo even more so, unfortunately.
Yes. Well,
and what happened to Ferrari? Because they weren't great.
No.
Charles was 6th, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I was about to say, in this race, Hamilton actually out-qualified Charles in the sprint qualifying anyway. And I think he actually did a lot better than his previous two outings, or previous outing, Australia. I was surprised to see Hamilton up there. And like, he keeps talking about how he was involved in the setup or the build of this car, doesn't he? Like, I think he's trying to tell everyone that the car was built for him.
That's why I was crap last year.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, he's certainly been raving about the racing as well, which we can get to later.
Yes, we will get to that later.
I think the other point. Go on.
No, you go.
Oh, the other point for me was the guy that qualified 7th, Pierre Gasly, was driving a car that Luigi said last week, unceremoniously, I think, said was a dog.
Was a dog of a car.
Briatore has a massive shadow. Come on.
That's a sign of the whole weekend, I think, that the dogs were barking.
Well, I mean, Colapinto got a point. Oh, well, whoops. Anyone listening to this has seen the race, right? So
yeah. Yes.
So, I mean, that was a huge improvement.
But is that more because Aston has just fallen on its own sword? You know, that's just two places handed over.
Well, I mean, it basically out qualified Verstappen and Hadjar. So that's
he did.
no mean feat.
Yeah. Well, the only other thing sorry, go on.
And Behrman. Behrman's been doing good. I was very impressed with him this weekend, just generally.
Well, I wrote Behrman. It is for just sprint qualifying. I said Behrman. He's putting his hand up for a Ferrari drive. That was before what he did the rest of the weekend.
That's right. Yeah. No, I think
he's definitely the guy in waiting, isn't he? For when Hamilton hangs up the gloves.
The boots, the helmet. I think it's the helmet.
The helmet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sprint,
I think.
Yeah. Oh, do you have any more qualifying
I was just going to say, I think Behrman's age. Unfortunately, I think it's his age and the fact that he hasn't raced for very long in other formulas that's got him adapting to this formula very quickly, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking at the end of this episode, we'll talk about what's our feel on the regulations right now. Because we're starting to see it take shape a bit. But sprint race.
Yes.
Any comments on that?
Yeah, I thought it was a fun race to watch. There was a lot happening in there, and it was a little bit Mario Kart-ish.
Yeah.
Like cars just sped up really quickly and slowed down really quickly.
Yeah.
But it was fun to watch. It did get me thinking about what is so enjoyable about F1. And, a lot of the drivers are saying that it's contrived fun. It's fake. It's all kind of manufactured fun because the cars behave a certain way. But it was still fun. It's I had a bit of an internal struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand exactly. For very much the similar reasons. It's like I was questioning, okay, DRS, was that a scam?
But it's been a bit like that for the last 7 or 8 years, though, hasn't it? Really, when DRS came in.
Yeah.
But I take your point about the Mario Kart because I don't really remember if you played some of the old motor racing video games on arcade. And every time you were behind someone, you always used to be able to catch them really quick.
You got faster.
You'd pass them,
exactly.
And then they would catch you really quick. And it was sort of like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like an arcade video game.
Well, the only thing that throws, and we're talking about it now, but I'll just say the only thing that makes me have that turmoil on the positive side of the regulations is, unlike DRS, which is just preset in locations for everyone, this at least is the individual driver choosing when to boost and not boost. So they're in control of the release. I mean, I still don't like the way they have to get that. There has to be another way that doesn't require slowing down on a straight, right? There has to be a way where you get charged from speed, maybe, or something. I'm totally ignorant, but, surely that technology can't be that far away. And this is going to be seen as a fast
It's a bit
era.
cat and mouse.
You know what I mean?
So it's
otherwise, I think the idea is fair enough.
Yeah, there's a bit of cat and mouse. Like, it's when do you deploy the strategy? Because even in China, it was sort of like they would pass on the back straight, but then straight away they'd get passed again on the front straight because they just didn't have enough battery left.
That's right.
So,
yes.
It's a bit like, I sort of feel like Russell struggled a little bit with that, passing the Ferraris in Melbourne as well, just to get the timing right.
Yeah. Yeah, so it does rely on the drivers using some strategic understanding of their car and the race and where to pass and where to take full advantage of it, and where, a little bit like the DRS zones, you didn't overtake just before a DRS zone because then you'd be within 1 second and they'd just re-overtake you. Yeah. So it's a little bit like that, understanding when to actually use your booster for its full advantage. But I was going to say about Mario Kart, the game is actually designed for the people behind to have more opportunities to catch up to the people in front. So it's actually designed to make it a close race. Otherwise, it's just boring. People in the front just keep all the advantage, and keep winning, and the people in the back don't ever get an opportunity to catch up. So while I was watching, I was thinking they've actually designed this with the Mario Kart strategy in mind so that you actually get close racing. And that's what I was struggling with, because we want to see close racing, but it's now been, it's because we've got these gimmicks happening in the cars, and it's less and less about, pure speed and more about understanding how the gimmicks work for you best in the car. So, but you're right. We've probably been on that journey for a little while, haven't we? With DRS, that was meant to be a leveler. Do you
think the next evolution will be, they'll have little packets of oil that they can just, press a button and it squirts it out the back or something?
What was that? What was that cartoon? Is that what were they called?
Oh, the Wacky Races or something.
Wacky Races. Muttley.
Muttley was my favourite one.
Yeah. Penelope Pit Stop. Was it Penelope Pit Stop? Yes, it will be interesting. So yes, I did. I think it's the first. It was an interesting race, the sprint, and because it was only 15 laps or something.
Oh, I think it was 19. I can't recall.
Was it 19? Yeah,
but they had a safety car.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's
I think that actually ruined it a little bit to me.
It ruined it.
Because Antonelli was sort of making his way through.
Yes.
And he had that 10-second penalty, which I think was a little bit controversial. I think he came together with, was it Carlos? Not quite sure.
Was that during the race or in the qualifying, the sprint qualifying?
No, that was in the race.
During
and he
the
got
race.
A 10-second penalty.
Okay.
He got a 10-second penalty, but he hit someone, didn't he? Was it Hadjar?
Well, it could have been. It was sort of more like get out of my way type,
He was blamed
he got a
for the
penalty and
yeah. But he was making his way through. Sorry, Luigi, are we up to the race now? We're talking about the race now.
No,
the sprint
we're not.
race.
I was going to say, we're still on the sprint race, but I had a couple of things I was going to quickly say. If you want to continue what you're saying, I can tell you. I thought the battery graphics, like, you know how you have the tires, soft, hard, whatever, that if they're going to leverage the strategic choices of the drivers, as we've got all three of us have talked about, why not have the same graphic showing the battery on the proportional volume of battery power left, a little lever or something, 67, 67%, and whatever the other one was, there was the third thing. And all three have to be shown, because why is tires the only thing now? Because tires is like
Boost
just only one of the factors. Yeah. It's do you get what I mean? It's like, don't have this technology and then take away the information that helps us understand how it's being deployed by the drivers.
While you're talking about graphics, they this year they've said they're going to do all the mini sectors. So you know how they got the 3 sectors? They've also got these mini sectors between the sectors. And the only time you actually see that is when they have that graphic with the onboard and the steering wheel, and they sort of have it at the bottom there. But I mean, that would be really good to see all the time. All those mini sectors, I reckon.
They've got to improve the sport in that regard, especially if they want people to adopt this technology. Because maybe even you, Rosie, you wouldn't call it a gimmick if you could see, he's cleverly using it at this angle.
That's right.
That still makes it nerdy. It doesn't let that off the hook, but you know what I mean?
No, but I mean, that battery, from what I saw when they did put that graphic up, it changes a lot. And it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. It's not like that graphic would need to move like all the time.
It wouldn't be that. It would be more the cumulative amount left for the lap.
Oh,
so it goes,
okay.
If they're halfway around the lap, something simple like that, we would easily get 70% battery left. He's left it. He's going, hard in the second half.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I also do think, though, that there's still enough variability to how the car's set up to get, because I think it was George that made a comment about Ferraris being fast in all the right places or something. Was that during the sprint race or was it during the race? I can't remember.
I think it was during the race.
Yeah, I think it was during the race because he struggled a little bit in that second phase to get past them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like Ferraris were fast around the corners and the Mercedes were faster on the straights, or they could deploy their battery better, I guess, on the straight. So I think there's still hope that some of the strategy and the setup variability comes into play a little bit more as the teams get to understand the formula and the technology a little bit better.
And
that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, and let's. I just want to just on that point, and it's revealing a little bit, but everyone knows the race, right? But poor Piastri, he hasn't had that 2 races of practice of learning any of this.
I know.
He's basically a rookie in Japan.
Yes, he will
and Lando
Which is good
only
for
a
us,
little
right?
bit further.
Yes.
Oh, not good for Piastri though.
No. Sorry, I'm going to go backwards just to the sprint race. That took them so long to clear that car. It took them like 3 laps to clear that car.
20%
it was
of the
ridiculous.
race.
And it took all the steam, it took all the excitement and the steam out of the last part of that sprint. Because, I think Kimi was catching up to, I think it was Norris at the time or
well,
I can't remember.
I thought that he might have been able to gain the 10 seconds on someone, but then he had to serve the 10-second penalty in the pits.
Yeah, they brought him in, didn't they? And because when we were watching, I said, why'd they bring him in? Because he could have just served it.
Just leave him
they
out.
could have just added it to,
Oh, but
just leave him out.
But they were saying that if he got bunched up, like
he wouldn't have
cars
been
in that 10-second thing.
Oh, yeah. With the safety car, they would have all been bunched up. He would have lost lots of places.
But just a quick...
sorry. Go on, Luigi.
I was going to say, I was just going to do a quick dipstick survey. Yes or no for sprint races?
I don't know.
Just yes or no? No explanation?
Yes.
Yes.
No. I still don't like them. I don't like
them.
I've come around. I reckon, the last few of the last year weren't too bad. And I reckon this year they could be quite fun.
Yeah.
Just with the variability off the start line, not just, guys going back, going forward. So, I think Verstappen's had a lot of issues getting off the line. So he ends up, way back and then has to fight his way through. And yeah.
And those Mercedes are not looking that great on their start line, even when they do just hold on. They look like they're sliding almost. They're always sliding. The wheels must be the wheel spin or something. But
that's usually what my starts look on Mario Kart, that's for sure.
But I wouldn't want every race. I like it, every 2 or 3 races. I reckon it adds something different.
Yeah.
I think
and
if
just
they're going
the
to do reverse grid, do something like that.
Around the sprint. At the restart, I don't know if you guys caught on, but I'm not sure who it was, but they went wide or they had a lot of wheel spin and then Piastri overtook them before the line.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And then he had to give the place back.
That place back, yes.
So that seemed a little bit unfair because I think it might have been Ocon or Beerman or something who went wide in the last corner.
It was
lost
Ocon.
Piastri a lot of time.
Yeah, it was Ocon. He complained about it and then...
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit unfair. The rules are the rules, but...
I was going to say, Andrew, they're the rules. It's not about the spirit.
I'm surprised to hear you be soft
the rules.
like
They're the written rules.
You must really like Piastri.
Yeah, but he's an Aussie. Come on.
He's an Aussie.
So real qualifying. Are we ready to move? I mean, we're blending lots of stuff in, which is fine.
We are. But what was the big story of real qualifying?
Let's have a look. Beerman still just amazing qualifying. And Gasly just doing a really good job as well.
Well, I think the time, well, obviously George Russell, he had some issues, I think, in Q3. So he actually didn't get out till right at the end.
He only did 1 lap. That was 1 lap.
And he got second. He had 0 battery at the start as well. He didn't have time to do any of that stuff.
No. Yeah.
It shows how good that car
really
was.
took pole. And really, I mean, I guess it was because Russell didn't get a good time in, but Hamilton was only 3.5 tenths behind.
That's
and nearly
right.
out-qualified Leclerc.
And again, out-qualified Leclerc. Yep.
Max was only
Gasly,
a tenth clear of Hadjar.
Gasly in the dogmobile. Shall we? I mean, is it worth talking about Q1 and who went out? I mean, the two Astons, they may as well just give up. Cadillac and the two Williams. I'm surprised Williams. I'm surprised that Williams is so far down at the beginning of this year as well.
It's disappointing.
Well, we talked about that last week because they missed a fair bit of that, the shakedown, and they were a bit late with the car.
But why, Andrew? Were they still trying to win something at the end of 25? Like, they were not in it. They should have been focusing on 26 rules as a team.
I mean, they were really good last year, so you would have thought coming into this year they'd be, maybe the next ones to compete with the top guys. But
that's
the
right.
Mercedes engine.
Yes. Yeah. So, I thought it was
the Racing Bulls
Max
were a fair bit down. They were 14th and 15th.
Yeah.
The Audis probably weren't as competitive this week as Australia.
No. And Max struggled again in race qualifying. He's really not enjoying these cars at all.
He's really vocal about them.
He is, yeah.
And
we'll talk about what he...
Yeah, you're hearing Hamilton saying he's loving driving them. And,
yeah.
I don't know if Max would still hate it if he was in the Mercedes. He'd probably find it quite fun. Because he's a sim guy. He'd be awesome at that stuff.
Having a fast car, that's...
helps.
It's a mood lifter.
It's probably the majority of the excitement, really.
Yeah. But I was really happy for Kimi to out-qualify Russell and get pole. Was that like the youngest pole sitter? Was he the youngest ever?
Yeah. And he beat it by a lot because Vettel was 21 years and 83 days and this guy's 19 and something.
19 and 208 days or something.
Yeah, something like that. Still a really impressive achievement. In this
and
day
Italian as well. First time since, I don't even remember when an Italian was on
get
pole.
1 or 2 poles. Truly was a pole master. That was his thing. He was always... I remember, this is where Flavio Briatore did make one quote that was very funny. He said, if Formula One if Formula One seasons were just 5 races long, Trulli would be a multiple world champion. He had no race pace at all.
Right. But anyway. I'm really happy for Kimi. I'm really happy it's been a long time since we've seen a very, very successful Italian. I mean, Jarno Trulli and Fisichella, they weren't uber successful. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Although they won races. I mean, we have to respect that. But they weren't going to be our next champion, so to speak.
Michele Barretto.
He got close.
He got close, yeah.
Riccardo Patrese, was he Italian?
Yes, he is Italian.
Still is.
Still is. Poor Patrese. I think he suffered a lot out of that 78 season, unfortunately.
Yeah. But I just did the review of the 1982 Monaco race. He gets his return.
Oh, good on him. Yeah. So, and it's set up the race like with the two Ferraris there, again backing onto the two Mercedes. I'm thinking so this race, before the race, I'm thinking, okay, they just need to get their strategy working and they might actually, challenge for the win. So that's what I was thinking at that point. And Piastri and Norris, 5th and 6th.
Yeah,
probably where I expect them. Yeah, qualifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were more competitive in terms of pace this weekend.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Shall we move on to the race?
Yeah. So I was, as usual, the Mercedes slithery start was funny. But I did want to say I had a bit of nostalgia hit when I saw the Mercedes battling with the Ferraris at the start and how they are so easily passing. It did give me like mid-90s deja vu. You know, is this McLaren versus Ferrari in those days? And the way they passed each other, it looked a little bit of that style. The cars were a little bit looser. Even though I knew they were using their power deployment systems, but they still were a little bit skittery.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something I thought of while watching.
I have to agree with you. I am enjoying, I know that they've reduced the weight of the cars and the length and the width and all of that. And it was like when we read about it, it was minor changes, wasn't it? It was like 30 centimeters or whatever, 10.
Visibly, they look smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're acting a lot lighter than when you read the weight that they'd reduced it by. Because what did they reduce the weight by? It wasn't a lot. It was like 50 kilos or something. But they are behaving much more nimbly and much, and the way that they can just follow so close behind and zip out and overtake. Like, we haven't seen that in a long time. You're right. It's probably back to the 90s, Louis. And I think when I first saw these cars, I think I said to both of you, they look like 90s cars.
Yeah, you did.
The shape
and that's probably
of
what did it to me as well. When I was watching, I suddenly went back in time.
Yeah.
But they look like they're also, the rear end is not as stable. Like you see guys losing it in the rear.
Yeah.
I mean, Hadjar spun out early in the race.
Yep.
And wasn't Behrman's reactions amazing.
And often coming out of that hairpin up the back straight, there was, guys getting wheel spin, putting the power on a bit early, which is great. It's good to see.
Yeah. Same with me. I was going to say, you love to see that. That's sort of, I don't want to see anyone hurting themselves, but you kind of want to see a driver wrangle a car back into control, That means they're driving on the edge, they're driving fast, and they're using their skill to keep that car on the track.
Well, it's almost a bit of drifting. I'm not going to preempt the fact that Antonelli won, but out of the second last corner, he did a huge drift.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He did. He did. And I'm just going to go back. People might start listening to our actual podcast, Luigi. In the 70s, 60s, or in the early 70s, that's all those cars did. They just drifted. It was just like drifting around
power
corners.
Slides.
Yeah, power slides. Yeah.
Yeah. It was amazing to see because I obviously got onto YouTube and watched some of those old races. But, that's sort of what you kind of want to watch, some of that uncontrolled just speed. So, that's what I mean. I was quite conflicted watching it going, oh, this is fun, this is good. And then I was like, oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, it's a bit weird because of the rules, but yeah.
Okay. Well, we skimmed it. I just want to mention Behrman. That reaction was amazing. He should have hit that. He should have hit Hadjar. And I was surprised that Hadjar made the mistake because I see Hadjar as a superstar. I'm starting to feel there's too many superstars coming through. And that's becoming the new normal. And that's a bit hard to grapple with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, even Colapinto got a point, Luigi. So
yeah, I know. Even Colapinto.
Does that classify as superstar status?
Well, I was going to say on that 8 that we had a safety car or something, didn't we? Because they all hit at the same time, a VSC, I think. So Colapinto was on the hards, and I'm not sure if Gasly was too, but they were 5th and 6th on lap 8 and legitimately there. Yes, they were on 8-lap-old hard tyres, but they were legitimately there. And of course, they were going to slide.
Gasly was on the mediums, and he actually pitted, and Colapinto stayed out on the hards.
Yeah. Right. So he went from nowhere to 6th.
So I think he actually started in the restart in second place behind Antonelli.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He was in second place.
Yeah, he was in. It's amazing, isn't it? That Colapinto was up there. I mean, he was probably trying to put on as much of a show as he could. while he had this one opportunity, because I don't think that's going to happen too often in that dog of a car. I had to get it in, right?
Can I just say, Andrew texted me and Luigi and said, "Did you guys see the dog in Q3?" Yeah. What did we miss? I didn't see a dog, and we totally missed the reference to the Alpine. Anyway, that was very funny.
Come on, you guys are surprised, aren't you? You're surprised too, right?
Yes, I am surprised. Yes, I didn't think Alpine was going to be up.
Well, I think in pre-season testing there was some good vibes, but then they just didn't deliver in Australia. So I don't know what happened there, but obviously the Mercedes engine is probably less of a dog than the Renault engine they had previously.
You're referring to the dog.
Yes, the French poodle.
Well, the French poodle. Is it time now to talk about the Ferraris?
Not
battling.
Yet.
The big battle. That was something later in the race, wasn't it? I was just going to say, on lap 22, I was just going to say, like you were saying, Rose, I even wrote here, this is actually quite a pleasure to watch. And I don't know if that's because we've missed so much of it in the old regulation.
I was hoping that it would end in tears, because that would have been really good to talk about. But they kept it clean, sort of.
It was fun to watch. Are you talking about the race in general, Loy, or the Ferrari battle?
No, the Ferrari battle, I think.
Yeah, the Ferrari battle. The Ferrari battle. This was the battle between the Ferraris and the Mercedes. The early battle. And the Ferrari battle.
Yeah. Well, the previous formula, the cars couldn't even follow each other. We had to hear about dirty air and the fact that the performance was down and you didn't ever get that close enough to battle each other. And the cars are too wide and you couldn't fit them around the corners. And so it was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier though, didn't we? Because, previously, you'd get the DRS, you'd blast past, and that would probably be it. The guy behind wouldn't get that chance. Whereas here, there's still an opportunity for the other driver to, and you can have cars that are a second and a half behind, and then the next lap they're right on their tail again. Just with that difference in battery and stuff.
That's what
makes it quite interesting.
Well, that's what made me think about the way the races are looking and the way they're falling into place. You have the first 10, 15 laps, awesome scrabbling and, squabbling and battles and all that sort of stuff. Then finally the lead driver has played the power game well enough to break out, and then they go on and dominate the race. And so the second half of the 60% of the race tends to be that strategic, bigger play rather than the games of so it's the first 15 laps is quite dynamic because of it. Now I'm not sure if that's going to play out any further or if that's going to be the routine.
I also found that I think either the Mercedes was struggling to get the tyres going or working, because Russell, he did take a while to get past both Ferraris. Or either that, or he was just biding his time and then letting the tyres come in. Because it probably took him 7 or 8 laps, and maybe the Ferraris just wore their tyres out just because they were going hammer and tongs. But
I think Hamilton definitely wore his tyres out.
But then he ended up in front of Leclerc. So
he did. Yeah.
Now, guys, before are we talking about the Ferrari battle?
Yes, let's talk about the Ferrari battle.
Before we go there, I want to, because this is like good chronological timing, because I've got a quote from lap 33, and this is a big call, but it's a mean-spirited big call, and I think it might be the quote of the year for 2026. So it's a big call for that. On lap 33, the commentator said, "Oh, Stroll was out on lap 1." That just meant so much to me. It showed the two sides of the race. The race has been pretty dynamic and active, and who gives a toss?
Who gives what? Who's Stroll? Stroll who?
Yeah. Who? The guy that went out on lap one.
That guy. Oh, dear.
Well,
Anyway.
we didn't actually mention the fact that both McLarens didn't
Oh,
even get to lap
yes.
one.
Didn't even start.
Yeah.
That's right. And
that's a
both had
disaster.
electrical issues, same but different. It is a disaster. DNSs, and 2 DNSs for Oscar in a row. Hasn't raced a lap in anger.
First time since 69 in McLaren. It was none other than Bruce McLaren, they said on TV.
Yes.
Yeah, but then also Bortoletto didn't make the start, or Albon.
No,
So
that's
4
right.
out before the start.
Yep. Yes.
Which shows these regulations are stretching everyone, the drivers, the teams, the engine manufacturers. Everyone's having trouble grappling with this,
Yeah, I haven't heard really maybe I haven't just read it, what the issue was with the McLarens, but
electrical.
I mean, it's just,
so both of them
it's
had
just
electrical.
weird that they were presumably fine after qualifying, and then they just couldn't fire them up on Sunday.
No. And actually, just to finish the DNF list, because this is probably where we'll talk about, Luigi can talk about Stroll. So it was Stroll and Alonso. Alonso was driving no hands at one point.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I heard about it, but I didn't see it. I must have looked away or something, but that's nuts.
Did he do the Peter Brock with the arm out the window? With the elbow out the window?
So, I can just imagine how angry Alonso is right now.
How can he be holding his tongue? He must have a contract, a watertight contract. Yeah.
You wonder whether he's going to hang around for the whole year, to be honest.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fun for him.
No. I mean, and what about, having, what's his name, Adrian Newey there? And just to fail so dismally in the first part of the season. I mean, it all's not lost, but it kind of is. It's hard for teams to catch up during a year that much.
Gap. Yeah, there is still
I saw a picture or a video of Newey on the grid with his notepad out, standing next to the Ferrari and writing down notes.
Jeepers.
That's a compliment to Ferrari.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
To give a toss about it.
I'm kind of glad he didn't go to Ferrari now. Remember when he was like, well, will he go to Ferrari? Has he always wanted to go and do some stuff at Ferrari?
And this may not be him. They said it's the engine apparently, but who knows who to believe,
Who knows, yeah. And then poor old Max, he's a DNF too.
Yeah,
he had to box to retire the car. Not been many laps to go, I felt. How many laps did he finish?
It was only about 7 or 8, because I made a note with about 10 or 12 laps to go that I think Behrman was 5th, Verstappen 6th, and Gasly 7th. And they were all sort of running at the same pace, like they hadn't. And I just made a note that, and really even Behrman was not losing that much ground to Ferrari, because I think Ferrari were thinking of pitting one of their drivers, but they just couldn't make enough gap on him. So I think it bodes well for hopefully some more competitiveness later in the year.
Yeah, I think that midfield is going to get tighter and tighter. And because but there's no real leader. I mean, okay, Behrman's putting his hand up pretty hard, but I think that's more him than the car, because Ocon was pretty good this weekend until he took out Colapinto, or tried to.
Yes. And
he's had a few issues because he had Gasly last week. They were having some skirmishes. So
But didn't Ocon own up to that being his fault anyway?
Yeah, he did.
Which is very unusual to hear coming out of a car. You usually hear the opposite. Oh, he ran me off the road. He left me no room. And
it was so bad. He hit the middle of the car.
He did hit the middle of the car. I don't think he could have said anything different.
No.
Yes. So the Leclerc-Hamilton battle. Come on, we've got to talk about it. I was surprised how hard they went at it, to be fair. We have not seen that team competitiveness in a very long time.
They did remember Monza? Was that 2023?
That was Science
2024?
and Charlie.
That was awesome battling. They were locking up and running by.
Yeah, they nearly hit each other.
Yeah.
That was almost.
That was Monza.
Yeah, that was at Monza. That didn't go for quite as long as this one did, though.
No, but it was still pretty. But it did go for a few laps. Like it wasn't over a minute. It was good 5 minutes.
When did you say that was, Louis? 22, 23?
I think so. I'm guessing.
That's 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I really loved it. I loved seeing the two cars go at it. It was fair racing, wheel to wheel.
Yeah.
They did touch a little bit, but not to take each other out.
And that takes you can hear broken record. That's skill. That's skill on display.
Yeah. And there's a healthy respect there for both of them, from both of them.
Yeah.
But I sort of felt like Leclerc was told to back off at the end of that. What do you reckon?
I'm not sure.
That's my controversial.
Whether or not Hamilton, you thought they needed to give Hamilton a podium.
Yeah,
but you wouldn't do that.
I don't think Charlie would have been happy with that. He would have been on the radio.
I don't think so. Not this early. He wouldn't give up a championship for throwing Hamilton a bone.
I hope not. And look, if he was told, they probably would have shown it to us as an audience. That
and then they would all say Team Papaya rules or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had more points in the championship.
Yes, he does.
Up until that point, so.
Yes. And look, and Charlie came on the radio and said that was really fun or something like that.
Yeah, that was cool. It's different.
Yeah, it's different. I know. I don't know. It seems like there's a bit of like I said, there's a bit of a campaign to get Hamilton feeling a little bit more, equal to Charles in the team. Like I said, he keeps talking about how he was a lot more involved in the build of this car, and the car was built not for him, but he was involved. And now he's got his podium, first one for Ferrari.
Yeah.
And he talks about how much fun racing is now. So I don't know. I just feel like there's a bit, because at the end of last year, he was down in the dumps, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he was very low on confidence, very low enjoyment.
Hamilton probably hasn't done passing like this for a long time in his career, probably since his go-karting days or something. So it must be quite fun. But it must, even though you have to use your brain to make it work, it must be fun passing another car. It just has to be.
And the last time he did it, he was doing against a psycho.
Yeah.
Sorry, Max. I love you, but you're a bit of a psycho.
It's a bit unfair.
He's a psycho because he wrecks the racing because he makes the battle last about one corner.
Well, he's uncompromising.
Yeah.
The other thing I found interesting with the Ferrari was that I heard someone say, let's change to Plan C. I didn't think they ever had a Plan C. Is that the first time ever?
No, it wasn't the joke that they had like Plan A, B,
maybe
C,
they had
D,
too
E,
many plans.
Yeah.
Yeah, no plans or what you said.
Well, I think that was in the. I think that was in the. Who was the guy?
Yeah,
that
the guy with the curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Matteo
team principal
Binotto.
of
Is it Binotto?
Yeah.
Binotto, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
he had
that was
that
in
many plans that no one could work it out.
That's right.
He was such a disappointment of a team manager. He really was.
I know. I know.
He was not only bad with the strategy, but he defended it.
I know.
So we don't want to pick under a safety car. That's not our plan,
Yeah. No, why would we want to do that? But that was the year that Ferrari had a chance to actually beat Red Bull. That they lost that year.
That was 22. Yeah.
22. Yeah. They absolutely lost it. Yeah, so that was fun, and I'm glad Kimi won it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was so funny in the car radio when they cut to George. Well done, team. Well done, Kimi. It's like, that's a bit different vibes from when you win. George, but I don't think he was that happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Do you
then
think, though, that they were ready for Kimi to win? And what I mean by they, I mean by the public at large. Given that the announcer, when they introduced him on the podium, called him Kimi Räikkönen.
Oh, did they really? I
Yep.
missed that.
I didn't
And
catch
now here's
that
your
either.
winner, Kimi Räikkönen.
Oh, that's so bad. And then he was so emotional. He was crying. It was very, it was very heartwarming to see that it meant so much to him. And just the adrenaline must have just been leaving his body at that point in time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good.
Now, I've got a very unusual question to ask you both. And I don't often do this. And I haven't thought of a number as well. But here's the question. Kimi Antonelli just got his first win. We're going to remember this episode as, when Antonelli got his first win, China 2026. How many wins will he get in his career? Let's throw a number out. Yeah, here and now. Like, as in, is he going to be one of those guys that just gets 10 or 12 and that's it? Or is he going to be like 50, 60 guy? So I guess that's...
well, hang on. So
we're
how
going to
old is
remember
he?
to come back to this in about 15 years' time.
He's 19 years old. He's got... Well, let's say he has a 20-year career.
In this day and age,
This day and age.
Yeah, so that's a lot of races.
20 years times 25 races, Andrew? Is that like 400 odd races?
I'd say probably by then 500.
But he's not going to win all 500 races.
No.
So that's the universe. That's his universe.
So that's your maximum, is it? That's going to be under 500.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, no, I reckon he'd win, I don't know, I'd say he'd win a good 20% of those.
So 100 races. Wow.
That's a lot. I was going to say about 50 wins, 55 wins. Like it's about 10% of the next 20 years he'll get a win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew?
I'm going to say 30.
Ooh.
We're giving him multiple wins,
It's so dependent on car, right? And, there's still guys around. Like, who knows how long Max is going to race for, but George is going to be around for a long time, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Charles, Ollie Bierman coming up. There's some young guys coming up. So, I don't know. I'm a bit more conservative than 100.
Yeah, 100, I think,
100's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Hang on. All right,
and Lance Stroll,
talking.
He hasn't had a win yet. He's got to put one in there somewhere. And Colapinto.
But he's in a good car and he's probably going to be in a front-running car for the next 2 or 3 years, you'd say.
Well, you'd think he'd win at least, he should be able to win 5 or 6 this year.
Yeah, I would think 5 or 6. And watch out Russell next year.
Yeah.
A bit like how Piastri's trajectory.
Michael Schumacher won 91 races.
Mm.
And how long was his career? 10 years? 15 maybe?
He did 179 races for Ferrari because they talked about that a lot.
Yes.
We started in 93 and he finished in 2012 and he had a few years off. So probably
300.
91 he started, I think. So probably 20 years.
Yeah.
So he won 91 races in 20 years.
When there were not as many.
So, yeah,
You're putting him on Schumacher level.
So you're saying he's going to be as good as Schumacher?
Yeah.
Wow,
Max
that's a big
Verstappen
call.
has won 71 races.
Yeah.
And how long has he been going?
Of all time, Ayrton Senna.
Yes. Well,
he only won, 35? 30-something?
Yeah.
Sebastian Vettel won 53 races over 16 seasons. So you're putting him in the Vettel category.
Let's not forget there's going to be a lot more races in the future. We're at 24 down.
Yeah.
And it's going to probably end up being 30.
Lewis has won 105. So
I'm happy with 30.
I'm sticking with
50.
my 100.
50 is, you know what 50 is? 50 is like the driver who gets 10 or 12 wins today.
Yeah.
Like Ricardo and...
Yeah.
Bottas, they've got 10
All right.
11 weeks.
Well,
Yeah.
if we're
there
still
you go,
alive in
Ayrton.
20 years' time, we can revisit this and
see how accurate we were.
Ayrton won 41 races, Andrew.
41. Yep.
Yeah.
And Prost won 51.
Yeah.
A couple of lucky ones in there for Prost, sorry.
He had a man on the inside.
So I'm looking forward to. I'll pick particular races to bring Andrew in because I think, Andrew, you're going to find is that Prost is a 9-time world champion. It's just that he was unlucky.
It.
Yeah,
Stop it right now.
9-time. Okay.
9-time. All right. Okay. Is there anything more we need to talk about this race?
Just
we've been going for about.
Yeah, we're going to go to bed at some stage. I was just going to say I was really surprised at some of the stats that came out of this race, like unusual stats, like Hamilton broke the record for the most number of races before he got a podium with Ferrari.
Okay.
His record, or is that?
Yeah, because apparently it was Pironi, which was 19 races before he got a podium. And Hamilton took 26.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Hamilton, Leclerc being now only behind Schumacher for a number of drivers, number of drives in the Ferrari team. But what I found really fascinating about the psychology of Formula One is the driver of the day was Antonelli, as you could expect.
Yep.
But were you surprised at the percentage of people that voted him number one?
I didn't look at it. How many people voted him?
They showed it. 23.
Oh, wow.
How heartless is everyone?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Who didn't give it to Antonelli? Okay, Behrman could have been a good candidate. I wouldn't have given it to him. You would have given it to Behrman?
What do you mean? Who would you have given it to?
Behrman. Antonelli had the best car. You know, he started on pole. You know, he had a lot of good things going for him.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
yes. I'm happy that he won his first race, but...
Yeah, I'm just surprised how low the number was, that's all.
I thought Stroll would have been up a chance.
I just realised Sky TV mainly goes to the UK and Behrman's British.
Yeah.
He probably pulled a lot of votes away. And Behrman rightfully could have been a legitimate...
But I think his driver of the day isn't just Sky TV, is it? I'm sure they do that for the Formula One thing.
Oh, yeah, it is a Formula One thing. They just promote it.
Because they put it on...
probably is around the world.
Actually on the Formula One on the website.
Oh, so it would be not just UK people.
Yeah.
Okay, and okay, so...
I think, but... Anyway.
Yeah, I
well
can't
deserved.
See. It is well deserved. Anyway, it was a bit of a longer episode, that one, wasn't it? But there was a lot to talk about because you guys are so about sprint races. That's why it went so long.
So we were talking about the names of the eras, Luigi, Andrew and I, because we had the hybrid era, the ground force era.
Ground effect.
Ground effect. What's this era called? Can't be hybrid because we've already had hybrid.
No, I think it's the Mario Kart era.
Yeah.
You've already said that right at the start.
I did say it was Mario Kart-ish. Yeah, Mario Kart era.
But you have to admit it was enjoyable to watch.
Yes,
and if the drivers are saying they're having fun, i.e. Leclerc and all that, when they're battling, maybe once they get used to it, they stop complaining, then maybe we'll start appreciating and not feel like it's so gimmicky. But I'm not for it. I'm still fundamentally... I want them to not have to do that ridiculous... What is it called? Not splitting?
What is it, Andrew?
The super clipping.
Clipping. Super clipping.
Super clipping.
Yeah.
That was so... that's got to go.
No, we did get news that 2 races are cancelled, the Bahrain and Jeddah races. Yes?
Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll schedule a couple of test sessions.
Yes, I think they'll do some testing.
Scenario testing as to how they can improve things a little bit, but we'll see.
Yes.
We will.
And yes,
big
announcement.
Oh, go on.
No, you go.
Big announcement. No.
Yeah, I was going to say the big announcement is that we'll all be watching Japan live.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I'm hoping that the Japanese race is just as good, so we'll be there.
Yes, we'll be there at the first corner.
Yeah, and we'll be doing a special POV episode with, I don't know how many people, but we'll put the microphone on pickup mode, and everyone has to hold us only two sticks at a time. Only two sticks at a time.
Yeah, no, it should be interesting. So yeah, we'll talk to you all from Japan next time in 2026.
Sayonara.
Okay. Till then. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye,
See you
everyone.
guys.
Bye.